In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. When I reflect upon this quote, it reminded me of a time when I was 13 years old and I first learned that Dr. King had been assassinated. April 4th, 1967 was a terrible day in America, and I watched my local neighborhood, the only store in my vicinity, being burned to the ground, and it was owned by Asian Americans, and I knew something was terribly, terribly wrong with that. And so I'll fast forward in time to this statement of Dr. King. I knew that as a young person, I had an incredible responsibility to leave an imprint on society and on whatever city I lived in and on the country, and hopefully maybe one day on the world. But this statement of Dr. King helped me to realize that as that young person, this change agent in waiting, someone who was going to remember that silence on issues of injustice, silence on issues of impoverishment, silence on issues of inequities in society, just absolutely are not acceptable. So for me, Dr. King's statement gave me a platform. I didn't know it at the time, but when I reflect upon the statement as an adult, it gave me the will and the drive to understand that when he spoke about we must speak, but we also must have a documented record of action. And so the two go hand in hand. And so when he talked about the silence of your enemies, don't worry about that. But remember, when people who are your friends don't speak out about what they see in their neighborhoods, about what they see in their community, what they see wrong in the schools or the justice system, what they see wrong about inadequate access to affordable housing or the affordable health care debate or pay equity issues between women and men. You know, Dr. King, through that statement, opened the door for us to understand that we are the friends that he was talking about. It was not a singular friend. It was a plural friend, and it's everyone that we run into, that your silence is deafening, that you have a responsibility when you become knowledgeable of things in the world and in society that are unjust and that are unfair. You have a call to action. I think that Dr. King would be extremely proud to know that his words, his legacy, through those words, continue to inspire people today.